Impact Wrestling presents Bound for Glory. Friday the 7th of October, exclusively on Impact Plus and Impact Wrestling Ultimate Insider and Fight TV. Josh Alexander vs Eddie Edwards. Edwards cemented his status at the top contender to Alexander's World Championship by winning a six-way showdown on last night's edition of Impact. The leader of the cult-like Honor No More faction has reigned as TNA and Impact World Champion twice before, pinning Bobby Lashley in 2016 and most recently winning the then vacated title at Slammiversary 2020. Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore said fans should get ready for one of the most exciting matches in Bound for Glory history. I'll say it again, Josh Alexander is the greatest wrestler in the world right now. His performance since reaching the world title level at last year's Bound for Glory have been incredible, and he need to deliver again in Albany. Scott D'Amore added, Eddie Edwards is having one of the best years of his great career. He's arguably better than ever as the leader of Honor No More. And while I don't necessarily enjoy dealing with Honor No More on a personal level, it is impossible not to recognise what Edwards has done in the ring in 2022. I expect a classic main event from these two come October the 7th. Jordynne Grace versus Marcia Slamovit. Marcia Slamovit has been on an unstoppable tear since arriving in Impact Wrestling, destroying anyone and everyone who has stood in her path. Following an impressive 14-0 winning streak, Slamovit confronted Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace and handed her the anomalous death warrant. But before she could lay claim to the #1 contendership, Slamovit would go on to defeat former multi-time Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo and securing her golden opportunity. The stage is now set for this memorable showdown between two of the most intense, unrelenting knockouts of all time, and something has got to give. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett versus Motor City Machine Guns. The Motor City Machine Guns have their sights set on reclaiming their spot at the top of the tag team division. At Bound for Glory, they have an opportunity to do just that when they challenge Honor No More's Matt Taven and Mike Bennett for the Impact World Tag Team titles. A victory over one of the professional wrestling's most accomplished tag teams, the Good Brothers, earned Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley a match against New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Tag Team Champions Aussie Open. The Guns stood tall after a hard-fought contest and as a result punched their ticket to the biggest event of the year. Can the Motor City Machine Guns fight their way to a third reign with the Impact World Tag Team titles, or will Taven and Bennett continue Honor No More's reign of dominance over Impact Wrestling? Mike Bailey versus Frankie Kazarian. At Victory Road, Frankie Kazarian outlasted 7 other competitors to win the return of the Triple Threat Revolver, earning him a coveted X Division title opportunity at Bound for Glory. Meanwhile, Mike Bailey continued his trend-setting reign as X Division champion when he defeated Ring of Honor standout Delirious on the very same night. Now the two are on a collision course for Albany, where they will face off for the richest prize in the X Division. Speedball has been setting the world on fire with his willingness to defend against anyone, anywhere, but as a pioneer of the X Division and worldwide wrestling superstar, Kazarian will stop at nothing to capture the gold for a 5th time. Who will reign supreme in what can only be described as an X Division dream match for the ages? Vex versus Taya and Jessica. Tensions in the Knockouts tag team divisions were rising at Victory Road when the trio of Taya, Valkyrie and Rosemary and Jessica approached Impact official Gail Kim and told her that they were ready for their Knockouts World Tag Team title rematch against Vex. This time, stepping in for Rosemary will be the fun-loving but destructive force known as Jessica, as she unites with Taya Valkyrie in an attempt to regain their titles from Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green. Following a brawl between the two rival teams, Jessica proved to a doubtful Rosemary that she may hold the key to turning their luck around. Two teams will walk in, but only one can leave Albany as Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Mie Yim versus Mickie James. Mickie James is on a quest to prove that she can still go toe-to-toe with the very best in the Knockouts division as she works her way through the ranks towards another Knockouts World title opportunity. James has vowed that her next loss will bring an end to her career. At Victory Road, James kept her last rodeo alive with a hard-fought victory over Giselle Shaw. Earlier in the night, Mie Yim had an incredible showing in the return of the Triple Threat Revolver, becoming the first knockout to ever compete in the match type. Impressed by her performance, James challenged Yim on the biggest stage of the year, Bound for Glory, in a match built on respect. Will James prove why she's one of the greatest knockouts of all time, or will Yim triumph and bring the end to the legendary career of Hardcore Country? Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Bound for Glory will once again host the Call Your Shot Gauntlet as the stars and knockouts vie for perhaps the most sought after opportunity in all of professional wrestling. Whoever survives this grueling 20-person gauntlet will earn a title shot of their choosing anytime, any place. Last year, Moose shocked the world when he called his shot for an Impact World title match on the very same night, defeating Josh Alexander just moments after becoming the champion. Who will win this year, and what title will they choose to challenge for? So far, we know that PCO, Rich Swann, Giselle Shaw, Heath, Bhinder Gujar, Bobby Fish, Moose, Steve Macklin and Sami Callihan have entered the gauntlet, and more competitors will be revealed over the next week leading into the big event. I will leave the links for ordering Bound for Glory on Fight TV, and I will also leave the link for subscribing to Impact Plus in the description column down below.